and good morning to all. And to all, a good morning. Again, as I say and I always say, three things in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Dear God, Heavenly Father, bless this podcast today. I ask you, all the families of the 9/11 victims, I ask you to watch over them. I ask you to, especially all the first responders, everybody, who was involved in that day. I ask you also to please touch the hearts, Lord, of all these people out here that who was, you know, pretty much brainwashed my whole life to believe a certain thing and to think that something was something that it's not. Even though I never betrayed that trust, Lord, I never ratted or did anything, but it was all just a fake sales pitch. It was snake oil. The streets of snake oil. So I ask you that everybody who's going through a tough time, penitentiary, veterans, people have mental issues, kids getting abused mentally, physically, anybody with a hard time that needs it, whether good or bad, evil, you got to pray for them too. I ask you to please put your hand on their heart and your arms around them and hold them tight and let them feel that everything's going to be all right. In your name we pray. Cool, cool, cool. Minnie, Frankie Rizzo. What's up, brother? Today's going to be something different. Today, there he is. Sit him off, my boy. Today, we're going to talk about what the life really is. Now, you guys seen Bronx Tale. I can't even put it up because if I do, I get a copyright strike. So, with Bronx Tale comes, the father says, the mini guy, the working guy, the working guy, what's he, Sonny? Sonny says, the working guy's a sucker, right? Now, if you're like me and grew up in a place like me, like where I did, little place called Southwest Philadelphia, there was that stuff all around us. Not so much South Philly, there was more gangsters. It was gangsters in Philly and Southwest, but it's more like street and biker. So to me, growing up, I always looked at everything as in one lens. And the lens is to be, oh man, never tell, never do this, never do that. And I've never informed, I've never done anything like that. A lot of friends doing time. There he is, my brother. But that's not really it, man, because we're so confused on this internet. And I really wanted to do this for a reason. Because if a dude like Tony Soflo can do 22 years and realize that even Robert Rosso, I've talked to Robert. Robert doesn't hate everybody. He knows people inform me, did time, whatever anybody thinks about him. Guys that did time like that. And then you got these clowns like Level, Mole, and Danny Trio, who this whole anti-rap, but yet Lee interviewed and was hanging out with all of them. That's not the issue. The issue is, what impression are you going to leave on your child if you're a father and you're a street guy? Because to me, anybody promoting your kids for that life, your family members for that life, or even the fact that when you're in that life, how much you take your family, your kids, and everything for granted. I believe that's just as bad as putting them into life. There's people up here, certain people that have my name in their mouth when they do the shows, certain people, the last name that, supposedly is, and to be honest, like I have to say to a person like Angel, you put a dude like Pizza up there, the Maggot, all these guys, Fake Valor, the 9/11, the dogs. That's not even the problem. But, you got these dudes like BK, this clown-ass dude. And BK, you really are a clown, bro. You showed me you weren't raised right. I don't know who raised you or taught you, bro, but seriously, you're really a clown, And by the way, BK, Kevin's got $5,000. Go up to his house. He wants to fight you. Get in the ring, and he said, go up there. Now, we're just joking. We're not promoting that. But if you want to, that's there. The offer's there. Me, I'm going to get on the real shit. I'm going to get on to all these clowns that promote all this stuff and have everybody feeling that this is what we should leave with these kids, man. No, you guys talk all the shit. You make jokes about Chomo and this and that. Well, let's talk about everybody who praises these gangsters and these street guys or whoever they are, gangster, biker, gang member, whatever you are. Show me one of them that wanted his kid in that life. Show me one of them or one of us. My whole idea, my life, what I knew what I had to do when I had kids, I knew I never wanted my son or my daughter to follow in anything I ever did. And I made it a point, persistent, to do that. Guys come up here and it's like almost a kiss the ring thing with some of these people, And I want to give a shout out right now to a friend of mine. I don't want to say his name. I just talked to him, but his brother would have been 44 today. Happy heavenly birthday. And just know that you're in our prayers, you and your family. Argo. Listen, I mean, look, let's keep it decent. I personally, any guy who's teaching his kid the street life or wants your family into that right there says it all about you. And that could be for any guy. You look at the crime rate, look at the homicide rate, look at everything going on in the world, man. All the treachery, the lies, the this, the that. For what dream? For what? To the Dominic Creas of the world. Your father wanted something different for you. You went and got a good education, man. Your father never told, we know that. But I bet you your father would never want you to do that. Now, Angel, your case is a little bit different. Whatever your dad felt, that's his business and that's your brother's business. None of my business. But I know I never would ever want my kid to emulate anything I did when it comes to crime or negativity and stuff. And to be honest, I have to say this again, for all you guys who keep platforming these people, especially the pizza man. I mean, it's just ridiculous, and BK, you got these guys and MB and all these people, man, that to be honest, I don't care anymore about none of them. They really don't rent space in my head. I don't care. I don't get like BK, lose an eyeball, you get so mad. They think that they've won. I don't understand. What did you win? An argument that you're saying that all rats are no good, all rats, all scumbags, right? Okay, well, I never informed. I necessarily don't believe in that. So BK and all the rest of you is an angel. You're telling me when you go to every store you go to and you walk up to the counter and you see a guy and he's working, you say to him, hold on, before you sell me this product, did you tell or not? No, you go there, you give people respect, and you move on with your life. And that's what all of us should be doing. But we don't do that. But the thing is, though, on that side, where the big confusion is, and, FBS and SoFlo, they all hammer this down. And Lee Mo, I have to tell you, for all the shit you talk, you know what a 302 is. You know what that means. Chicky, you know what that means, too. Danny Trio, whatever your name is, Smith, did you want that life for your son? Well, the life that you made up. No, you changed it, right? Lee Mo, I don't even know what you ever did with your kids. None of my business. But the thing is, we glorify this shit so much. And that's what intrigues kids and brings them in. Because when people are broken at a young age, people capitalize off that. Predators, whether it's a sexual predator, whether it's a guy who's just using somebody in a predatory way to advance his narrative, whether it's negative, this thing has to stop. And for me to come out here, I'm putting a lot on the line doing this. What, because my reputation in the street is I never ratted and all my friends are in jail? They don't know what I'm doing. They want me to help these kids. My brother's down 28 years for something he didn't do. Well, it's coming up 28 years. Both of his grandkids died while he was in prison in a fire. He couldn't even go see them. Yeah, maybe he don't tell, but he doesn't want to see any kid go through this shit. The streets lie to everybody. The families that are affected, the pain. And we sit here and debate these people over there and go at it with them because they think, oh, yeah, this the anti-rat section, the MIB section. No, that's the asshole section. You guys still glorify street shit. Still to this day. And that's where the problem lies. You guys are part of the problem for what's going on in society. That's the difference between this side and that side. If a man ratted like Jimmy Calandra, I don't know Jimmy. God bless him and his family. Bill Catolo, don't know him. Seems like a nice guy. Jimmy seems like a nice guy. Aralata, I like all these guys. Barilla, I don't know none of them. Right? But I don't hate somebody for what they did. They have to stand on that and live with that. But what I'm saying is the guys who promote this street shit, they keep promoting this life of pain and endless letdowns, right? The no empathy and the disconnect from your feelings inside. This show right here is probably the one that means the most to me out of every show I've ever did. Because right now, today, for the first time in my life, I'll be 50 in January. I believed in something my whole life, almost 50 years. It's all a lie. When you go to jail, who's your girl with? Right? Who's kissing your kid on the mouth? Who's dropping money off to your family? You guys praise these people on the other side, these mobsters and these gangsters. Listen, I don't take nothing away from them, but I bet you if they were alive right now and you said to Senior Gotti, Mr. Gotti, do you really think kids should follow this lead? I don't know. His son did it. It's a bad example. You see, Sammy the Bull did some stuff with his kids. He said he regretted. A lot of guys do. To bring kids into a life or to show kids. I mean, seriously, this is just, this is one of the most serious shows that I really think that I'm doing. Yeah, right. You're right. Falconetti, come sta? Buongiorno, signori. You know, I just want to roll these real quick. And I just want to really get at this because this show means a lot to me, man. Michael, what's up, brother? Who did I miss? Anybody? I'm sorry. BK, nobody cares about him. He's a clown, Argo, but I see what you're saying. And no, just to put that to bed, too. Yeah, the trademark, OMERTA. Look it up at the trademark. I've owned the trademark for 20 years. I don't even care about that shit. For 20 years, I'm pushing the narrative of what? Like Wise God, never want my kids to get involved in street activity. The streets are a myth. No loyalty. No, there's none. There's none, man. There's none. Yeah, right, BK. How many? What do you mean, Argo? What do you mean how many stars in the flag? There's 48. What are you talking about? Yeah, did you beat him in trivia last night? Look, this is all I'm saying. My life, the way that I grew up, you know, parents immigrated from Italy. What I went through at 8 years old that these guys make fun of. And BK and Angel, let me tell you something, BK, you bitch. When you talk about chomos and how it's funny for people getting molested and you talk about me or whatever you say, number one, I could have got you, right? Because if I was a rat, I already talked to a lawyer, bro. I could have burned you for that. But I didn't do that. You know why? Because I'm not a rat. I don't do what you guys do, call cops and do all that. But every time you make a joke like that, you take away from the severity of a case or somebody who might be going through something that could be helped. You take away a resource because your narrative, all you guys ever think about is a rat. That's a rat. Listen, I was one of them guys for most of my life. You know what changed? It's starting to change? This YouTube shit. And watching all my friends doing time. My friend and his two uncles, they have over 100 years in the penitentiary. Mother friend, 22. SoFlo, 22. 18, 23. That's nothing to be proud of. Even the guys who didn't tell, yeah, that stand-up shit, you did what you did. But what legacy do you leave behind? What? Why can't we look up to the guy working? Why can't it be cool not to just have all the best shit? People have to do stuff to get it. Why do we always have to look down on people, or some people put here to there? It's a jealousy thing, man. It's a brainwash thing. It's snake oil. The streets have sold us snake oil. Code of the street to me does not really mean what everybody thinks it means. Code of the street to me means one word, and it's called respect. And you can't have respect for yourself, for your family, or for human life when you're involved in some kind of organized crime or anything you're into, and you bring your family into it. Bottom line. And when kids grow up and street guys, like the street guys, the bikers, my uncle was, I didn't even get into it. I had easy pass. He stopped me. You don't want this. It's nothing but pain. And over the years, I've seen that. My other cousin worked for a mobster for years, collecting money. And, all I've seen was just pain. But still, we buy into this myth that, oh, yeah, man, you know what? This is the shit, man. This is slapping apprentices. What's up, brother Benny? Yeah, BK the Swallow. Yeah, I am, champ. They made fun of me. They always make it fun, talking about kids and touching kids, and I should be around kids. Yeah, they do. I don't even know you, champ. Thanks for coming. I didn't say Angel. BK was on there talking, and she was talking about some. I didn't even care. Have that clothing line. You think I want anything to do with anything you guys have? No. Yeah, and to be honest, I will say one thing to Angel. Angel, you have a chance and a platform to do what I'm trying to do, to change the narrative, to show how much pain you went through in your life, to show what your family all endured. I'm sure you won't want that for anybody else's family, but you're up here talking all kinds of shit on everybody else. And you got these people like BK who think they're going to be made for hanging out with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, these kids believe into this shit, that this is, real life. That dude, if he got called, come on. Who knows what he would do? Who knows? We would know if he had a gun in his face. I've had it to me many times. I don't wish it on nobody. All I'm saying is, Angel, I feel, could be using her platform for better, not for this shit. But who am I, right? I'm just some small guy, 20 viewers, trying to do a show and trying to change this narrative of this loyal to separatists, because that's exactly what it is. You're loyalist, but you're separatist. You're loyal to what? Something that's separate. It was never together. When was the streets together? When was this thing called on? You listen, let me talk about this thing called omerta. Number one, you go to Italy, they hate it. Most Italians can't stand it. Only people like us who grow up, who grow up and buy into the snake oil. We buy into it a lot of times. Now, see me, we had a debate yesterday. Faith, to me, was always what kept me regulated. I did some crazy stuff at times in my life. It's stuff I've never even talked about. And I don't need to, because I'm not trying to, get some, accolades or anything like that. I'm telling you, like, what you see here, I've been through a lot, man. And I'm a fighter. And I think that we should seriously, collectively, whether people like me or not, don't do it for me, do it for yourself. If you really care about people, if you care about the world, you care about your children, you care about your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, stop pushing this fake narrative. Let's stop lying to everybody. Let's stop these kids from, like my boy's down 28 years for something he didn't do. Who looked out for him? The guys who snitched on him were his best friends. To be all over, like he's saying, Wise Guy's got a good point. I didn't even see that one. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Wise Guy, I have two great stories from my neighborhood that I want to do with somebody. 2 mob hits nobody ever talks about. I want to go down there. I want to do the footage and everything. I mean, if you're down, I sent you a message. I don't know your email, but If you can get it to me somehow so I can get with you. But listen, I'm here, right? And I'm here coaching 23 years this year. I'm here. I raised my kids, single father. No dig to the mom. My father's sick, my mother's sick. You stay with your family. You do what you're supposed to do. You stay together. Now, what family that's together, that is unified, that is living right, would steer any family member whatsoever in that direction? I mean, I don't understand it. And then, to come on here like a BK and all you do is run your gums and scream, just like Danny, all the rah, rah, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. Because you look like an idiot when you talk like that. You really do. I'll fight this one. I'll fight that one. Why don't you open up a book and read a book? Right? Why don't you go to a field and coach a kid? Why don't you donate your time somewhere to senior center? Why don't you go to a toy run like I do? See, you guys talk a lot, but you ain't about shit. All you do is run your mouth. I'm out there every year, toy runs, raising socks for homeless vets every year, going to downtown, Tent City. I do that. I don't do it to get any kind of, oh, here, let's give him a trophy. No, I do it because it's what's right and what I feel in my heart, because I have a good heart and I love people. And I don't feel like I'm not the guy that puts people down. That's why when these people like Angel and these women come at me so hard, I don't come hard at them because it just doesn't do anything for me. Do I think that they're crazy? Damn straight. Do I think that they're selling snake oil to this whole YouTube? Damn straight. Because you should be on YouTube saying about how much it wrecked your family. Tell the real story of the pain when you couldn't see your family, when you couldn't hug them or kiss them, the birthdays, right? Maybe a funeral, a loved one couldn't make it. This is what I'm talking about. You guys are just so shot out. Like, even MRE, man, dude, like, you came out bashing Chomos. And then to find out all the shit you got, I don't care whether you rat it or not. But you're still on this Mob Racks Exposed, man. But what you really do is you're a bully. And I used to say, yeah, that was cool. Every day you're bashing these dudes, right? Why are you bashing them so much? Because there's something in them you see you don't like that reminds you of yourself. Maybe it was the telling. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe you do hate them. But for somebody to possess so much hatred in your body, right, in your mind, tells me that there's no way, if you're acting that way, then you're going to be acting that way at home. And what's going to happen? Whoever's around you inherits that behavior. So you people who act like this, it has consequences. Just because you're not out there selling drugs, shooting guns, robbing people, your actions have consequences. Yes, your actions, the stuff that you do and people see and emulate, kids, family members. Yes, even me. Like, my daughter knows what I went through. My son's 15. He knows some stuff. They're so totally different. Perfect honors. My daughter's doing great as her own house, kids, doing her thing. You know, people say if I'm in the situation I'm in, you know, how could you be in this situation and still feel so, however, about yourself? I found pictures of MRE marching in Calabria with Aryan Roman order. Come on, man. Stop. That's a joke because he would never make it to Italy. You know what, bro? I know what this is coming at. This is somebody for MRE. This is MRE. No, listen, when you talk about his football, his cleats, let me tell you something. That guy's been on here for a year abusing people left and right. A joke in his sneaks, and that's what you got. It just shows how much it bothers you. Thank you for the view. But again, you're not going to get me off topic. See, rather than you putting a comment like that, why don't you put a comment and say, you know what? We all should work together, whether we like each other or not hang together, but work together to save this next generation. But we don't have that. We got a bunch of what? What kind of people? What are they? Oh, yeah, the kind of people that only think for themselves. Seems like all they're worried about, you know? And to be honest, Jesus would care what kind of shoes you wear because, cleanliness is next to godliness. So I do have an answer for that. But no, and all joking aside, I mean, I'm not even going to be on here long. I want to come on later. I want to say, first off, I want to show you a couple things real quick. A guy from Philly who uh, passed away, rapper. I met one time. Uh, I don't know him per se like that, but I do know a lot of people that do. See if I can show a picture. Anyway, he was shot and killed yesterday, California. And I just want to say, I'm going to do a little tribute later on. Just want to show you guys. You guys say a prayer for him and his family. I mean, the guy went out to L.A. I'm just going to show this before I get struck. That's him. Just showing his picture. Fair use, fair use. CNN. Go to CNN. It's him. Forget how old he was. He's born in 91. So, look, chicken and waffles. Supposedly he had said some stuff about it. I don't know what happened. But look, consequences come back to people. And you guys on the other side will say, yeah, well, that's consequences to you. No, everybody over here responds. Oh, Johnny Mac's cool. He's just taking a little break, man. He's, with the wife and the family, and, he's hanging in there. Hey, you know what, bro? Listen, I feel everybody should be able to go to any chat they want. Support who you want. You come in respectfully, do whatever you want. You have no problem with me. But all I'm saying is, at 50 years old, man, and some of these people in their late 50s, 60s, what is the narrative you want to push? Bronx Tale was right. The working man is the tough guy, not the sucker. The sucker is the guy who feeds his kid some bullshit and tries to get his son into some shit, or his nephew, or another kid, or kids on the corner. I mean, these are the people that really should always be, let me say the right word without getting in trouble. Not so much just ridiculed, but they should always, 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 not so much even just bashed, but they should always be reminded of who they are and what they are. You know? Cool, good shit. I used to support him, man. I never knew the whole thing. I didn't realize that was Hitler. I thought it was just a soldier. But that dude, man, he's just, they make fun of, Oh no, he's not taking down. Johnny's good. But what I want to keep going and talking on, I'm not going to be on her all day because I do want to come back later, is the fact that if we don't start now, I mean, Philly's got the biggest homicide rate. I think Louisiana's next. I coach kids and I see, look, so to all you anti-rat lovers, all you anti-rat people, right? When you go to a Walmart and you walk up to the store, do you say, oh, wait, did you tell her not? No. You go respect and you move on in life. You're walking down the street, you see somebody moving. You don't say, wait, did you rat? Did you rat? What? No. I never did. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think guys should do that. But if you're not doing crime, why are you worried about it? Why should anybody? Why should people even be so much stressed about that more so than helping the next generation not follow that lead? This is a lot for me to do this, man. I'm proud of myself. You're right, bro. It is. And that's why I'm up here today. I'm up here because I'm tired of seeing the snake oil being sold, man. Who died? Oh, yeah, PRNB. I'm sorry. I admire you for stepping up, take care of your father's country. I admire you for coming here and doing what being saying nice words, even if you didn't support or whatever. I really do. But I will tell you this: even all the people on the other side, I don't care if they hate me, can't stand me. When I pray for them too, because to get to where I want to go, people say there's no afterlife. The big debate yesterday. I believe that after this, there is something, and to me, look, anybody who does something good gets a good feeling, right? You do something bad, you get a bad feeling. Usually you do something bad, there's a bad result. You do something good, there's a good result. Whether that's, faith, religion, or not, it's people's own discretion how they feel and how they take it. But the one thing that remains the same is no matter what denomination you're in, God should always come first. If you don't believe in God, like FBS and atheist, respect what he feels too. Like the same way you want people to respect your feelings and what you do, respect other people. And so what I'm saying is to all the people, the angels of the world, the BK, the Gay 8, the MB, the MRE, the Maggot, Lee Mold, Danny D Cups, Matty Farinera, all them guys over there, every single last one of you. Remember this, man. The same way you point the finger over here, I'm not pointing a finger. I'm just telling you. You're selling snake oil. All this anti-rat, anti-rat, anti-rat. But yet, the one person they're all behind, a family member, it's out there. Everybody knows it. People just don't want to talk about it. And guess what? Whatever he did, he did. He did for what he thought for his family. Right? Now, snake oil is when you do that, you run out and say you ain't a rat. Like Mike Francis did the same thing. Then he admitted it. Who cares what another man does? It's a female trait, jealousy. Really is. I don't really care about them people over there, what they do, who they're with, who they hang with. I know what I have to do every day. I'm up early with my son, get him ready, make sure my father's good, make sure my mom's good, move on, see the grandkids. My daughter, I love my daughter. She loves me, my family. I'm going to a great event Saturday night. When I get there, I'll disclose it. My son will be performing, hopefully, in front of 300 people. This is what I do. Thank you. So I appreciate you, Vox Human. Yeah, I'm doing everything for my father, but I don't do that as a my father never was in the street. My father was the one that told me when I got locked up, if you snitch, you're not coming home to my house. And you know why? Because he knew that I knew going in what the rules were. And he thought that was a sucker's way out, a cheat way. No. He said, you did that, now you take what comes with it. You're right. I wasn't going to tell anyway. But if a guy tells on somebody, he's a scumbag, he's a low, like, yeah, whatever. Everybody's entitled to feel that way. The same way if somebody doesn't feel that way, they are entitled to feel that way. It's respect. All the shit on here is just like somebody said, it's like 10-year-olds, man. Back and forth bullshit. Some people need it. You think SoFlo wants to do this every day? Even FBS, he's got to go after people all the time because they've come for him and his kid. Gunsmoke, Cole's house, CPS with me, with Johnny Mac. Come on, man. And then what do? The first thing they do is they go boom, boom, boom. And they go right back to the war. Well, look, we already proved we won, okay? We pushed back, no more members. And to be honest, I like Dominic. We used to talk a lot. But like I said, he knows what a 302 is, and he knows what that means. So all you people over there acting like this big 302 means nothing, BK, let me ask you something, BK, Mr. Mafia Staten Island. Somebody sits down and does a 302 with the federal government as a made man. What is that? Come on. Now tell me this sales pitch. Sell me the snake oil, BK. Anybody wants to come on. Matter of fact, I'll drop the link. I'm dropping the link. Whoever wants to come on. I want to hear the snake oil. Minnie. Whoever wants to come on. I'm not staying on long. Staying on for a little bit longer. And yes, you know, I need a little caffeine the other way today. I'm going to start dropping more content and more real talks like this because the world needs to hear this, whether they're listening to me or not. And Lee Cole, let me tell you something. Whether I'm not at 640 subs or not, I know one thing. I know 7,000 ain't real, bro. And I know you're buying them. So you can do whatever you want with that. Enjoy yourself, Lee. Here he comes. Oh, shit. Hardly working. So listen, Argo, me and you are cut from the same cloth. Here we go. Hold on a second. Hello? 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 Yo, what up? I'm sorry. Argo, what I want to get off is, we come from the same cloth, right? You didn't inform, you did time. We don't believe in certain things, but would you ever have your kid follow your lead? Wouldn't your whole line of defense for your child is to deter them and never ever, like you would never want that for your kid, right?
No, absolutely not.
And that's all I'm saying. Like, it's not about a rat or not thing. It's about we have to do this. Here we go, right here. Here we go. Look, this is great. Snake oil sounds like something. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, like them guys who I'm suing, right? Who give to certain members who sat with the government. Yeah, you're right about that. Right? You're right. Yeah, yeah. Do the Bible. So listen, what I'm trying to get at and drive home with this thing is, what I'm trying to do is just help the next generation understand. Number one, they're not built for it. Number two, like I don't condone the informants, and I just am over all this shit, man. They don't affect me. I don't affect them. My main goal is what is the impression we leave on these kids? Because what I see on that side, and it's really that's what it's about to me. I feel like the working man's not a sucker. I don't feel like the street guy is nothing but a snake oil salesman. My whole life, bro, I looked up to this shit. Now, I'm not saying guys should go out tomorrow and tell on somebody. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying my mission is to keep kids away from that, man. You know what I mean? Like to not have them even enter that world, to do the best to stop that and prevent that, You did shit, I did shit. It's too late. We did it, but it's not too late for them. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I feel like me and you have a lot of the same views. I just feel like these people are lying to these kids out here, man. I don't think it's truth. I think it's all bullshit. I just can't get behind none of that. What do you think?
Yeah, and I agree with you.
Cool.
I agree with you.
What else is going on? You busy over there?
They're fucking over here doing this fucking computer shit, and I can't fucking stand it.
Oh, Steve, what's up, brother? Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna. I just wanted to come on for a little bit. I wanted to touch this. I got some things I actually have to do, but what else is there to do, man? But to come at these people. Not even just the other side. Everybody, like the world's getting effed up. Not everybody can handle the system. Like I'm sure all the shit you went through, you just like me, you put your family through pain and shit. And
yeah, what part you on? You do that shit already? Do that shit already?
Because we believe in a certain standard.
Yeah, I can't get past this part right here. This one, I don't know what the fuck. I did the train for it, right? All right, so when you do the transfer, go to here. Yeah, I did the tail. I got to call it out. I called it out. See?
Argo, you got anything you want to say before I get off?
Nah, just get off. I gotta go. I'm
You want to come on later though? When I go on later?
What time you going on later?
Well, it's either gonna be probably later because my son has a game. I think at 8 or 8:30. So after that, is that too late or be before that? Probably like 6 or 6:30. What's good? You want me to call
fine.
you?
Yeah, call me.
All right, bro.
Go
ahead. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay on there too long. I just want to come on and let you guys know again. The working man is not a sucker. The working man, and for the one who says, you know, omerta clothing and then hangs out with rats. The word omerta means code of silence, right? Right? Isn't that what it means? What's out here? I never told. Everybody else did their thing. That whole omerta shit's been dead, over with, played out. And to be honest, nobody in Italy's gonna wear that shit. Christ, half the people who are legit, everybody legit won't wear that shit. You know, there's only certain few. It wasn't intended for everybody. But this not for this discussion. The discussion is the fact that you just proved, again, this is what you're teaching kids. Stay away from rats, stay away from rats. No, tell kids to stay away from the street. So they don't have to ever have to come up and be meshed in with the person that's going to do them dirty like that. Prevention. You're talking about after. Once somebody rats and does something, it's over and done with. And again, I have to say, this goes out to everybody. If the rat thing is such a problem, right? Again, I never ratted. My brothers are doing time. They know we have these discussions. They know how I feel. If the rat thing is such the problem, then why none of these guys ever anything happened to them? How are these guys able to tell these stories? So back in the day, if somebody did something like that, they'd be taken care of. But they don't do that no more because of why? Why? Huh? Oh, wait, what was the reason again? That rats are allowed to run the streets without witness protection? Oh, I'm sorry, other side. I can't hear you. And a matter of fact, because really, I don't hate Dominic Cree. I don't. We used to talk every day. Whether he feels about me, I don't know what he feels, and I really don't care. But I know what he believes in his heart. And I know that he's a good father. Whether people like him or not, I really don't care. Me and him don't talk. We're not friends, whatever. But I know his father wanted the best for him. And I know most gangsters did. Most bikers I know. My uncle was a president. I'll never say his name. He never wanted me to do that. My cousin was working with them guys. I'm 100% Italian. I could have did any way I want if I wanted to. Either way, not saying, hey, I believe I would have made it because I believe with God anything's possible. I guess with that kind of life, you don't really have God. But to end this show, I want to say something. Joe Candela, what's up, brother? Look, some people don't like Joe. He texts me every other day asking about my father for months. You know, people who don't like him have that right. You know, they have that right to feel a certain way as he has a right to feel. But I know that none of us, despite what we feel or how nobody would want to see their kids or their son go through any of that. And it's prevention. And that's the mission I'm on. Positive prevention. Positive prevention. Probably going to be my new podcast where it's going to be a positive perspective or positive prevention. One of them is going to be. Joe, they're asking you if that's the real Tom Gallon's Tom River. I don't know. But anyway, look, I have stuff to do. I'll be on later on tonight. I hope this video really, I hope everybody, really enjoyed it. Not that I'm trying to say, oh, it's not about the views for me. It's about driving the message home. The message of today is the working man is not a sucker. All these friggin' mob guys, street, all the shit we ever looked up to. No. Should have been looking up to Robert De Niro in that movie. Not Sonny. What happened to Sonny? Everybody's fate. Everybody in the criminal life has two endings, maybe three. Dale, you got jail, death, or what's the other one? A whole lot of loss, man. Because when you live that way, everything gets taken from you, man. Your morals, your friggin' everything, your freedom, everything that you stood for, everything that you had. Once you get into that, man, it just takes a hold. It becomes a monster inside you. Some people call that the devil. I don't know what it is, but I know that kids wouldn't process that stuff if they weren't taught that. And that's the biggest problem. Racism, bigotry, all that shit is taught, man. I coach kids from the time they're 4 to 15. And the chomo stuff that they make so much fun about, we need more prevention with that. For all you clowns that talk about chomos, whatever happened to me, right? You know what the statistics are of people repeating that? I've never once in my life had a thought of anything like that or would ever think about something like that, nor even dating a girl younger like that. Whether she was right now, I'm 50, a girl, say if I seen a beautiful girl 25. I mean, come on. I might look and make a comment, but it's not going to mean I'm going to act. Look, there's still a thing in this life called respect. But today, what we have to work on is prevention, and tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Because if you don't have that, we're going to lose this generation. And look at the world as it's going already. It's not about, I'm proving today. I'm not talking about God, just what I feel. I didn't say good, bad, evil, God, this, that. A lot of people feel that way. No, he's not with him no more, man. Bro, trust me. I'm telling you. He's not. I know he's not. But again, even if he is or whatever, your cinema's entitled to feel that way. However anybody feel. Yeah, Johnny's good. He's just taking some time with the family. Look, if you guys don't get anything from this, just know one thing. Anybody who's ever been affected by anything, drugs, abuse, jail, anything negative in your family's life or loss, death, takes a lot out of you, right? So when we go through this thing called life and we want to give kids the same pain or let them see that or emulate that or live that lifestyle, or we want kids to look up to that, for what? I've never heard nobody on that side denounce it yet. None of them. The snake oil salesman. All I know is that if I had a chance or my name carried weight like some people, I would have a whole different platform and I'd be making a difference. And you know what? The good thing about this world is we're all entitled to free will. God gives us that. We can do what we want, whether it's right or wrong. Who am I? I'm not the, yeah, you're right. You're right, Falcon Eddie. But lei pazzo, non capisci niente. Gabatos, te non capito. Siempre parla bullshit. Io non capite a lei. Sempre parla bullshit. I don't know. I got to get going. And I just want to say, guys, thanks for stopping by today, man. I'm trying to get the new time slot, 7 o'clock at night. I'm going to do a couple days a week, maybe at the lake, just a little snippet. I'm trying to do what Spikey did. I copied your little food thing. Spikey's got great little food videos. And yeah, I believe that, man. Mental illness is a big one. Yo, Muffin's a good dude too, man. Cinemuff's a good dude. Another dude calls me, asks how I'm doing, the family. Really, I appreciate you, bro. Really, just know that. And all you guys, I appreciate y'all for supporting me. Like, you know, I'm on a mission and I got some big stuff coming, man. Real big stuff that's going to help change this next generation. If everything goes right, hopefully maybe by January, you know, might be opening up my first youth center. And, you know, for all you suckers over there that like to joke and talk that shit and the BKs of the world and the BK, go ahead. Listen, when you coach, you get a background check. So there's a thing in Italian. Let me do this to him, Frankie. Falconetti, I'm sorry. Look, this is what we do, right? In Italian. We say latte, cafe, ate. You know what I'm saying? Milk, coffee, go yourself. Oh, Miss Santori, how you doing? How's Loomis? Yo, tell him I like that video. I watched his stuff. I watched what he did with the Arulada one, and now they'll say, oh, he loves Arulada. Listen, I love God. You know what I love? A positive message. You know what else I love? I love people who just stand on what's right. You know, stop with the bullshit. Stop with the lies. Stop with the snake oil, man. The streets eat you up. It's pain. There's no loyalty. It's all about, you know, who can get over, who's got this. It's not the 70s, the 80s, or even the 90s no more. The game's done. The game's over. So to keep putting on this facade that this side over here is all rat lovers, no. You know what this is right here? Me? I'm trying to prevent the next generation from ever going down that path. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want. Because I can't change nothing else. And I'm not even guaranteed to do that. But I do have an impact coaching. I really do. You know, three different sports, man, over 20 years. How many of you guys could say that? You know, I wish more of you could. You know, but again, I really don't care because this is what it's about in this order: faith, family, friends. And if you're FBS, he doesn't have faith. That's his belief, man. Like, we worry so much if somebody doesn't agree with us or whatever, we got to knock them. Right? Now, that's where I'm going with that. If somebody doesn't agree with us, we knock them out. I know he's wrong. I don't know. No. One thing we all agree on, everybody on here, is that we have to save this next generation. It's got to be more than one person. So however it goes down, I'm in the fight. I'm ready for the fight. And I got a lot coming for the fight. You know, a lot of good people behind me. If everything goes right tonight or tomorrow, my buddies, he's back from Vegas. We're going to be doing a show. I want to do a little more tribute to PRNB Rock. And I want to keep talking about this discussion, man. I want to really start driving this home, this narrative. Because the other side went from we push back to we snake oil salesmen. Because that's all you're doing. You know? Thanks, Miss Santor. So everybody listen, as always, dear God, thank you for this podcast. Thank you for this day. Even the haters that pop through the trolls, I thank them for the view. I ask you to please get in the minds of these people and help change. The discussion should not, and you know, it shouldn't be about who's this, who's that. It should be about why can't we do this and do that? Why can't we help these kids and steer them the right direction? To look up to something that's going to bring you nothing but a life of pain, lies, trouble, deceit. No, we need prevention. We need more education. We need more youth centers. We need more prevention against child abuse and molestation. Everybody wants to turn a blind eye. I'm here for this fight. I need your guidance, Lord. I need you more than ever right now. I ask you to watch over everybody in the chat and their families, even the enemies, everybody on the other side, Lord. Watch out for them and their families. I ask you that every child being abused, put your hand on them, and please cover their heart and let them know that you have them. It's going to be okay. every veteran who's suffering, every inmate, every elderly person, anybody who's suffering from any kind of disability, drug addiction, even just, maybe some people don't have anybody in their life. We ask you to touch them too. Put your arms around them and let them know that you're there. Let them feel what I feel. Lord, but the one thing I do is I ask you to just please, man, try to help these people with their hearts because some people have some bad intentions, and only you can judge. But I ask you again, please put your hands on their hearts, arms around them, and let them see how real this thing is. In your name we pray, amen. Guys, thank you so much. All you guys are great. And you know, it's crazy too. I appreciate all you guys. My mother, though, she's starting to get dementia. She's starting to forget a lot. So that's been a big battle. But we still fight, man. How can I not with all you guys, man? You guys support me so much, man. And I appreciate all yous. I really do. And there it is. That's the name. Mike, that's the name. That's the first name that I have. Positive Perspectives. That was going to be the next name. So, Michael, remember I said that. But no, seriously, guys, God bless you and your families. I'll see you later on the day. Be kind to one another. And remember, anybody out there who's ever been shot, held a gun, sold drugs, did drugs, was involved, whatever, went to jail, remember what that felt like. And every time you see a kid, try to steer him in a different direction, man, positive conversation. Not a, yeah, man, this, that, the other thing. Nah, man, it's just that, And again, the funny thing is these people, the first thing they say is, oh, rat lover. Why? Because I'm talking about kids not going into the streets. That's all you go to. But yet it's funny, the biggest one over there, Mr. Mob Rats Exposed, man. Whatever. Must be nice to have cases like that to get caught with all that and nothing happened. But it is what it is, man. It's life. I pray for him too, all of them, But why? What's up with Michael Mormel? M. Soretti, what happened with him? What you do, Michael? M. Soretti, don't leave on that account. I'm getting out of here anyway. Come back and see me later. Guys, please, everybody, God bless. Falcon Eddie, Santour, everybody up in here, man. Roll call. Who else was up in here? Candela, Human, Vox Human, Big Tony, Wise Guy, Benny Over, Falcon Eddie, Cinemuff, Argo, Frankie Rizzo, all you guys, man. God bless all you, man. And be cool. I'll see you later, man. Remember, God